we will see the protocol, and the sonography can brings the liver down, and so the other structures come down and the visibility much improves. Plane, which can be which is a longitudinal scan, which can be done from the anterior aspect, coronal scan on the right side. Then the axial or transverse scan, which is on the video clip, which shows the same maneuver, and we see the various sections. We will see one by one the surface of the vertebra. So that is the vertebra, and because vertebra is bone, all the ultrasound is reflected back away, running transversely on the posterior surface of the body of the pancreas, and they both join to form the splenoportal confluence, and cephalic to the splenic vein will get the splenic artery and the upper border of the body of the stomach. And the anterior to the liver and the stomach, we get the, and vary depending upon the contents, and you get the left dome of diaphragm there. So that is the left dome of diaphragm seen as an echogenic line above the lateral peritoneum, Morrison's pouch, and visceral peritoneum. That is the liver capsule. So all these are contained within this thin white line, and this knowledge is important. Pathology occurring there, you must be able to differentiate. That is the liver capsule. We are placing the transducer laterally, so this will be lateral and this will be medial. So when you place the sagittal scan from anterior aspect, this will be anterior muscle, because it is bulky. It takes the lower pole of the kidney laterally. Why is it important? If this relationship is not seen, if the lower pole is at the level of the same appearance is maintained, what do you see? You see multiple cysts of varying size, and they are non-communicating, and right and left in transverse scan. Okay, but in the first transverse scan, we give a cephalic tilt like that. So that is the tilt. So when you give a tilt, the image is like this, and what will be this? This will be anterocaudal, and as you go deep, it will be right hepatic duct and the left hepatic duct. So then they both join to form the common hepatic duct, which is joined by the cystic duct to form the common bile duct, and the tail of pancreas anterior to the left part of the splenic vein. So that is the entire pancreas, you see so nicely. And then here you see anterior to the pancreas on the left side, you get, and instead of right kidney, you get left kidney. Instead of right psoas, you get long axis of the portal vein. So this is the technique for any linear structure. This is the technique we follow to get at the long axis of a linear structure like port enters, and then posterior to the common duct, you will see the portal vein. So that is the portal vein cut obliquely. Okay. So this video you will see the technique, that is the long axis of the portal vein. You rotate, make it more vertical and slightly move to the right in minimum 2 planes, and you have to see the clear margins of the organ into both the planes. So this is the long axis and the short axis. It may be sagittal, it may be coronal, but usually it is coronal. So how to get the long axis? So you take a coronal scan, you see part of the kidney, and it is not the long axis. Rotate the probe. Liver is less echogenic than the pancreas. You see the pancreas is more echogenic than the liver. So kidney, spleen, liver, pancreas for each solid organ. Having scanned it, the technique, then you have to assess the size, shape, echogenicity, intercostal rocking movement to see the in-between liver, and you also see the movement of the liver with the mid-axillary line. It is slightly 1 centimeter more compared to the mid-clavicular line, but it can be also done subjectively. It's a sign of, when it recanalizes, you will see a vein within that. So that is a sign of portal hypertension. It joins the umbilical segment mucosal folds, and if you do a little coronal or oblique scan, you will see that it is the lumen of the gallbladder going like that. So when you cut like that, you get as if there are septa. It is not septa. So then the gallbladder may be little abnormal in position, and the stomach anteriorly, and you get the tail of pancreas in between. So this is the tail of pancreas normal. So this is a very useful technique to see the tail of pancreas, particularly in acute pancreatitis, give a link for a concessional fees. Thank you very much for your patient listening.